This recipe really does what it says on the tin, and kids love it. I make pizza all the time with Nora and my niece and nephew because they really enjoy getting involved with the whole process, from making the dough to putting on the toppings. The recipe is so versatile and you can have a lot of fun with it. It can also be used to make dough balls or sticks as well as pizza. It's also a fab way to introduce yeast and how it works. The dough needs to be proved, so you can break this recipe up into 2 sessions. One to make the dough, one to shape the pizzas and do the toppings. You can use any toppings you want, and it's a great way to sneak some veggies into their diet. And it doesn't just have to be faces, you can create animals, planets, whatever you want. It's time to get creative.
And you can make butterflies.
Sure, why not?
Or dogs.
Yeah.
Or rabbits.
Yeah, totally.
I love rabbits.
Our pizza dough is very basic. There's only a few ingredients in it. We've got some strong white flour, or you could use strong wholemeal bread flour. So the reason we want strong flour is because it's got extra gluten in it, which helps. Gluten, that's a long pro. We're not going to go into what gluten is. I think that's probably a little bit too complicated. But we need lots of gluten in it to make sure it's lovely and fluffy. Say gluten. I'll say gluten if I want to say gluten. We've also got here some yeast. Do you know what this is? Yeast. So yeast is what we put in the dough to make it rise in the oven and make it grow. We'll put the yeast in. Yeah.
So I can pour it in.
Oh, hang on. I need some scissors. Okay. So this yeast. Right.
What does yeast?
We're going to add the yeast on this side of the bowl, or just everywhere. Right, so the yeast, this is what we need to make our dough lovely and springy and rise up in the oven, okay? Now, yeast is the very important part, and you can get easy bake yeast from the supermarket, which is perfect. It comes in little 7-gram sachets, which is all you need for this recipe, so that's very handy. The next thing we're gonna add is some salt. Now, Nora, this is very important. Because we need the yeast to react with everything and bubble up, we need to be really careful where we put the salt, because do you know what the salt does? The salt stops the yeast from working if it touches it too soon in the recipe. So we're going to put it just down the side here, okay? Because we don't want to stop it. We need the the pink one, please.
Okay.
So we need 1 pink one. And then just pop it, make sure it doesn't touch the yeast on that side. Good girl, very nicely done.
Not touch the yeast.
Well done.
What if we mix it and it touches the yeast?
That's okay, that's okay. When we mix it, it's fine. We just don't want to put it on the yeast straight away because it will stop the yeast from working, okay? The next thing that we're going to add our milk. Very good. So we've got some, hang on a minute. So we've got some warm milk here. I've just popped it in the microwave for 30 seconds. You don't want it boiling. You just want it nice and warm. Okay. Oh, if you could pour that in for me.
All of it.
Just pour it in, yeah.
Just
pour it in. Yeah, pour it in.
Yeast just touch.
It's all right, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay, that's fine. And then we also need a tiny bit of olive oil. So pop that in. Yeah, all that in. Good girl. We're going to give this a good mix, okay? I'll use my pink one. Oh, you've got 2.
Yeah.
This is nice, joint mixing.
Easier.
So it's easier.
Yeah. I have 2.
You've got 2, you do.
So it's easier.
Oh, right, okay.
I can mix now.
Okay, go on then. So you want to pour in your warm water. Really important that the milk and the water is warm because this helps activate the yeast. So we want to pop that in now. Oh, blop. Very good. And now we're going to mix it again.
I'll use both of them again.
Okay. Right, can you see it starting to form a dough now?
Yeah.
Here comes the messy bit. Right, we're going to tip our dough out onto our surface. Okay, you ready?
Did you get your hands dirty?
Not yet. Boop.
What?
Now we need to make sure we get all these bits as well.
Don't use this. I'll help you.
Thank you. Let's get all these dry bits off. So what we need to do, now is knead it. So I'm just gonna.
Well, get your hand messy. Look.
I know.
Oh, I'm going to do it too.
You're gonna do it too?
Yeah.
Oh, sticky.
Sticky.
Sticky, sticky, sticky.
Sticky, sticky, sticky. I'm kneading the small bit. Mummy, remember you made small pancakes?
I did. I made tiny, tiny ones, didn't I?
Yeah, they were so yummy.
Right, now this process takes about 5-10 minutes to knead it. because you want it all nice and smooth and not sticky. And as you can see at the minute, we're not there. If you've got a couple of kids, you could always separate the dough out and they can each have a bit and knead it.
Mommy, hang on.
But if it gets too sticky and it sticks to the table, you can add a little bit of extra flour.
It's sticking to
It's
me.
a bit sticky, isn't it? Oh!
Don't put it on my face.
Don't put it on your face. Just going to do a little sprinkling of flour to stop it sticking.
Put some on my hands.
Okay, please. Okay.
Thank you. So it's not sticky.
Right, now the great thing about pizza dough, or bread dough in general, is that you can't overwork it, really. It needs lots and lots of attention, lots of kneading. That's it. So do you know what this is called?
Ew.
Do you know what this bit's called, Nora?
No.
It's called kneading. We need to knead the bread.
I've been kneading the dough and now I have mucky hands.
You do. That mummy's got really mucky hands as well.
Not muckier than yours.
Right, how's it looking, Nora?
Good. I'm making it
Right,
up.
give it a good smack on. That's it. You can be really rough with the dough, which is nice, so you can really throw it around. The kids can have a good play with it, get their hands in there. It's nice when it gets to this bit because it doesn't stick to you, does it? That's it. Give it a good squidge. Slam it on the table. Boff. Right, let Mummy just have it just one moment, please. Just a minute, please. Nora.
My dough.
No.
Forever.
Forever.
My dough.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Right, let me just do this. Just 2 seconds.
Dough.
Right, so what you want your dough to look like after about 10 minutes maybe of kneading, where it's lovely and soft, okay, it's not sticky anymore, and if you poke your finger in it, it bounces back, so it should be quite spongy. Can you put your finger in it? Good job. We're going to pop it in this bowl. I think we need to get the lid off first. Right, hang on, Mum needs to put some oil in it, so you play with it a second.
Yeah. Stretch.
Stretch it.
Drop it.
I'm going to put a tiny bit of olive oil in here, just a little drizzle. Then I'm going to use my fingers just to rub it around the bowl. This stops it sticking to the bowl when it rises. Dough, please. What are you doing with it? It looks like a cat. It does look like a cat. We need to get you on Junior Bake Off. When the dough's ready, we can make an actual cat and bake it if you want. So it comes out like a little cat bread, yeah? Knead it into a ball like that. Then we're going to pop it in our oiled bowl. Boff. Give it a little shimmy around so the oil covers the bottom. Shimmy around, flip it over so you get some oil on the top as well. There we go. And we're going to pop that in a warm place. So wherever the warmest place is in your house, could be your kitchen, might be under the stairs. And you want it to double in size, okay? So that's going to take about an hour. Are you eating all my ham? Right, you ready to see what it looks like, the dough? So it's been proving for about an hour, just in the kitchen here. It's quite nice and warm, so are you ready? Nora's already eating the pizza toppings. Yeah, go on then. Right, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa!
So big.
It's got so big. Look at that. So that's risen loads, and that's a good sign. That means that our yeast has worked, and it's got to work making the dough rise.
I'm testing the ingredients.
You're testing the ingredients. That's very helpful. Very helpful. We've got a selection of toppings here, haven't we, for your pizza? But you can do any toppings that you want with your kids. It's what they really like, and it's a good way of getting some extra veg in them. Nice, good sweet corn. Right, do you know what we've got to do this now? We've got to punch it. Can you do that for me? Punch it right in the middle. That's it, a bit more. Oh, you had some. That's it, go. Push it all the way down. Punch, that's it. And again, on that side. And again on that side. We'll get all the air out. All that lovely air we've just put in, we've now got to get it out. That's it, and again. Good girl.
It looks like a bun.
Right, let me get it out of the bowl, and then you can punch it some more.
But I'm testing.
You're testing the ingredients. Oh, there it is. Right, so you want to punch all the air out.
Olives again.
You're going to test the olives again, okay. punch all the air out. Give it a knead, just a quick one, just to make sure all the air's out.
I'm going to test the sweet corn again.
So just knead it for a minute or two. Hopefully Nora won't have eaten all the toppings by the time I finish this bit. So what toppings have we got, Nora? Can you talk people through what we've got, please? When you finish your mouthful of chorizo?
Broccoli, olive, ham, chorizo, sweet corn, cheese, pepper.
Oh, that's just extra flour for rolling out.
Flour.
Yeah. And what's that?
Tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Can I test the tomato
Oh, you
sauce?
don't want to test that, it's cold. You can if you want.
Yeah.
Now, for Nora's pizza, I use a kid's pasta sauce for the passata, just because I think it adds a bit of extra flavour. It's just one from the supermarket. I mean, you can make your own if you want. That's perfectly acceptable. I've just kneaded the dough just for a minute so that it's back to this kind of texture again. And now I'm going to split it.
It looks like a brain.
Looks like a brain. Everything looks like a brain. I'm going to split this into 4 because it makes 4 sort of kid size or, you know, almost adult size pizzas. I can't believe I'm just eating the
I'm drinking it.
You were drinking it. So I'm going to chop my dough into 4 because this is about 4 pizzas worth, and make sure you pop your oven on now to 200 fan, 220 conventional, because we want it really hot before we put the pizzas in.
I'm testing.
Oh, you're just eating pasta sauce, Nora. Don't eat too much of that, please, Nora.
Why?
Because it's just pasta sauce. Then just briefly knead each. Good girl. Briefly knead each quarter of dough into a little ball.
I'm tasting
the
everything.
cheese. How's that? Is it good cheese? So you should end up with 4 little balls of dough. So now we've got 4 balls of dough, haven't we?
Which is the biggest?
You want the you want the biggest one?
It is the biggest.
I'd say so, yeah. Now, if you don't want to make 4 pizzas, you could make a couple of pizzas. You could split this up, tear off little bits about that size, roll them up, and that's a dough ball. You pop it in the oven as is.
That's
Really easy. Or you can make them into
pizzas.
well, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Or you can make them into dough sticks. It's a really lovely, versatile dough. I'm just going to pop these ones to the side. I'm going to put them back in my oiled bowl, just while I'm not using them.
Mummy, you can make a pizza too.
Well, I was going to help you with yours.
No, I can do mine all by myself. You can do one too.
See how that
Mummy,
goes.
will you help me roll mine out?
So I can help you.
Yeah, but just roll it out and you can make one too.
Oh, lucky me. Right, okay. Can I just show you quickly, please?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got our bit of dough here that Nora chose. We're going to get it into a nice ball again. So you're taking the outside of the dough and bringing it into the middle and then push it in. There we go. Right, so now we need to make that into a flat pizza, don't we? So this can be quite tricky, this bit. And it takes quite a lot of rolling, but you can also use your fingers. So the first bit, we're just going to give it a bit of a roll.
Air in it. There's air in it.
That's it. Punch it out. Right, let me have it a minute.
Punch, punch.
We're just going to try rolling it for a bit to try and get some of that air out. If you think they're not going to have the attention span to do this little bit, which, you know, happens. Go on then. You can actually flatten out the pizzas and they can top them. You know, they can help you make the dough, then you can do this bit and then they can top them. It's all about making sure that they're engaged and that they're enjoying it. So I'm just literally starting the flattening out process with my rolling pin. And Nora's eating tomato sauce, pasta sauce. Right, so once it gets to this point, I'm going to transfer it to my baking tray.
That's mine.
Sorry, it's yours, sorry. Right, and now we're going to really stretch it out and get it nice and flat. So what we want to do, Nora, is we want to push it out like that. Can you do that?
Push, 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 push.
That's it.
Push, push,
Push, push, push.
push, 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 push.
So we're just squishing it. No, hang on, no, we want to push it out a little bit more. because we want it nice and thin in the base and a little bit thick around the edges for the crust. And then I'm just going to lift it up to check it's not stuck, pop it back down, and then do it again. You can also just slightly stretch it out, bring it out. And we're just aiming for a roundish shape. Doesn't need to be perfectly round. These are homemade, remember?
Yep, homemade.
Homemade pizzas. Can you see we've pushed it right out? We've flattened it down. Whew.
Now it's time to decorate.
Right, hang on a minute.
Decorate.
You want to just make sure it's quite thin in the middle so that it cooks through. Right, what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's good?
Yeah.
Okay, right. What's the first thing? Right, hang on, right.
Tomato sauce.
Right, the first thing we do
Pasta sauce.
is put some tomato sauce. Yeah, so we've just got a pasta sauce here. Nora's going to show you how to do this bit. Tell me how, Nora.
Put it down and then spread it out.
Very good. You might need a bit more. And we don't want to put the pasta sauce on the
Crust.
that's it. And we don't want to put the pasta sauce on the bits that's going to be the crust. So we just
Sometimes you make an accident on it.
yeah. Sometimes you do go on it, but you just got to try not to, haven't you?
Yeah, like I just did right then.
That's all right. That's it. Doing very well.
Cheese.
Right, we need to put cheese on first. Can't forget the cheese on the pizza. Right, there's a bit more. Right.
Cheese.
Cheese, go.
Cheese for the skin.
Cheese for the skin, yeah. That'll work.
Bit more.
This is just a grated cheese from the supermarket. It's a mixture of different
There we go.
cheeses. Oh, I think we need a bit more than that. We want to cover it in cheese. We want to cover the tomato sauce in the cheese, don't we? Chorizo.
Chorizo.
What are you going to do with the chorizo? What's that going to be?
Hairband.
Oh, a hairband. How lovely.
It's me.
It's you, is it?
It's me in my school hairband. When I go to school.
Oh, lovely. Right, okay, we need some eyes. Should we do olives for eyes?
And
That's it.
can I have an
Yeah, go for it. Olives for eyes. Very nice. Right, what else do we need? We need a smile, don't we? Because you've got a lovely smile, haven't you? What can we do for your smile? Can we do pepper? Yeah?
curly pepper?
What about red pepper? That'd be a nice smile, wouldn't it? Like if you do it like this. What do you think? Yeah? We need a nose. What can we do for a nose? Ham? Sweet corn? How are you going to make sweet corn on a nose? I'm intrigued. That doesn't look like a nose. You could use sweet corn as freckles. Yeah? What about a broccoli nose?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to put it in your mouth. I thought you meant for the pizza. Here we go, hang on. How's that for a broccoli nose? Yeah, does that look funny? Should we put a little bit more, some more freckles on? That's it, not too many. So, are you happy with that face? I think that's super cute. That's a Nora design, that is. We've got a chorizo hairband, pepper lips, broccoli nose, olive eyes, and sweet corn freckles. Lovely jubbly. So once they've done their toppings, I just kind of like to put some out and then Nora can put whatever she wants on it really. So I'm going to pop that in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes on 200 fan, 220 conventional. What will happen is the outside will get quite brown. Sometimes the underneath isn't quite done, so just make sure that, lift it up, check that the underneath is nice and brown as well before you take it out the oven. If the top does start looking like it's going a bit too brown, you can always pop a little bit of foil over it to stop it burning. Right, should we pop your face in? Yeah? Here we go. So here's our lovely pizza. It's come out the oven. Doesn't it look good?
Yeah.
Looks delicious. And the face is still there. You've got your headband, your olive eyes, your broccoli nose, and your pepper mouth.
Yeah.
Looks yummy, doesn't it?
And the sweet corn freckles.
And the sweet corn freckles. How could I forget? Right, that looks yummy enough to eat, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Delicious. Right, so we'll see you in the next lesson.
Bye.